think Max has got it. What an amazing effort by Norris, by the way. Well done. Max Verstappen wins again, but my God, what a close fight that was, by the way, by Lando Norris. I have to say this, Red Bull do not look invincible anymore. Of course, Ferrari finished third and fifth at a home race, but we have to remember Ferrari brought upgrades this weekend. So, I mean, I don't think Ferrari will be very happy, if I'm going to be honest. They brought big upgrades in the hopes of challenging the race winner, but to be honest, it was only good enough for a podium. Mercedes, absolutely nowhere to be seen. Not really much Hamilton or Russell could do with their car. Their season is probably over, to be honest. It's just going to be a loading run to P4 for the rest of the season. Sergio Perez, absolutely shocking weekend. Qualifying P11, getting knocked out before Q3. Having a very average race, and I've got to say this, his position at Red Bull has got to be under threat. Lance Stroll, very decent drive from him. Last car on the final on the lead lap, and he will score 2 points for the Aston Martin boys, meaning that Aston Martin, I think, will very much comfortably remain in P5, but it has to be said, though, unless they can sort their car out, I don't think they have a hope in hell of catching Mercedes for P4. Yuki Tsunoda, P10, another solid weekend for the Japanese youngster. Haas, finishing 11th, 12th, solid weekend from both Hulkenberg, who reached P3 yet again, and Magnussen had a tidy race for once. Ricciardo, P13, very disappointing. Where does he go from this? I mean, this has just been a very average weekend from the Australian driver, who has been loud and vocal about how he's back, but well, today's race, he didn't do a lot. I mean, yes, he reached Q3 for the first time this season, but his general race pace was extremely average once again. Ocon 14th, doing the best he can in that Alpine. 15th was Zhou. 16th, Gasly. Not much to say for a lot of these guys at the back. No chance of scoring points for these lot outside of the top 13. Sargeant 17th. Bottas 18th. Alonso 19th. I think Alonso actually got the fastest lap, but well, maybe the fastest lap. I don't know who gets the fastest lap points, but and as for Albon, of course, he retired 12 laps from the end because, of course, his car's just been having all sorts of problems. Mercedes bare pace this weekend, yeah, but they're still quite a way long behind the top three, Will. I'm sorry to say this. And yeah, we've got to give credit to Lance Stroll. Solid weekend by Lance Stroll, suddenly regaining form. When you least expect it, you know, we all get carried away with slagging him off, and then all of a sudden he pulls out a decent weekend out of nowhere. This is the history of the Lance Stroll, folks. This is the history. I mean, Lance Stroll will annoy you for like at least 5 or 6 races, and then all of a sudden he'll have at least 2 or 3 good races in a row out of nowhere before returning back to his usual form. So, gotta say it. I mean, that was a tense finish, but in the end, Max Verstappen gets the job done again. But I think on the from what we've seen today here, folks, Red Bull do not have as much of an advantage over the field as they've had for the past 12 or so months, if we're going to be honest. I think Miami was a good sign that Red Bull were definitely beatable if a team could take advantage of the safety car like we saw with Norris at Miami. And today, despite having 4 hard tyres that were 4 laps younger, Lando Norris nearly got the job done today on Verstappen. I have to say, most of this race order more or less has gone exactly as I predicted. But yeah, worrying times for the Aston Martin boys. Ferrari will be slightly disappointed with their upgrades. How was there no safety car, mate? Because there was no one getting